so that you can get in there and produce something very similar. So every candidate who joins Good Party and signs up, they start with this onboarding experience. And this is where you give the AI the information it needs to be able to form, all of the content and collateral, whether it's your onboarding materials and your why or your strategy that we'll get into in a second, but also the content that comes later, like all of the political, tactical content that candidates need when they're running for office. It starts here. And the experience starts with us understanding a little bit about who you are and why and what office you're running for and why. So if you do know what office you're running for, you fill that information in. If you don't, you can click the I need help button and we'll provide you resources on the offices that are on your ballot in the upcoming election. So you can familiarize yourself with those options. You add issues. If you aren't familiar with any issues, we have a growing list of things that we can anticipate might resonate with voters in your community. But most people, I think, have a sense for what's getting them into the race to begin with, and you fill that out and populate it here. From there, we collect some biographical information about you. What's your day job? And this is the meatiest one of them all. Why are you running for office? And this is where, in my experience, people tend to get very biographical. Like, I did this, I did that, I was born here, I went to high school here. That's all important stuff. It's all part of your sort of life story. But I would really focus and try and take the time and be thoughtful about why you may have acted the way you did, or why you took the job that you took, or what inspired you to go on that trip that might have changed your life. This is an opportunity to maybe get a little vulnerable. As you can see, Rob obviously didn't pull any punches and was talking about some pretty important, life-shaping experiences that he's had. The more you can feed this, the more it can help you frame, the person in many ways that you are, and how you can explain to other people why it's so important that you're running for office and why they should care. From there, you click next, and the AI takes it away and will generate a whole series of why-related content, starting first and foremost with a slogan. And it might sound silly. It is a little bit of an homage to Rob and I's experience getting started with candidates, where you make the decision to run, and it's always the first question: what's your slogan going to be? But at its core, a slogan is kind of your why statement distilled to the fewest words you possibly can distill it into, like slap your why on a bumper sticker and get off to the races. It also does include a longer form why I'm running statement that you can use as sort of your elevator pitch, and a series of other different pieces of collateral that can go on a website, such as your policy platform and about me section, all of which, by the way, can be edited either by freehand using this edit button right here, or even letting the AI take another crack at it. And at this point in our process, you can also help the AI get further trained. So for example, if you wanted to refine your slogan, you can have the AI change its tone, change its style, change its length to be more wordy, or you can even feed it a piece of custom content or context that it may not have received already. So for example, Rob, he looks the part. He spends a lot of time out in the mountains in Maine where he lives. And if you wanted the AI to specifically reference in his slogan his love for the mountains and the outdoors, you would hit submit, and all of a sudden you have a new slogan that specifically reflects a piece of content that it didn't already know about him. All of this stuff is sort of the first step. And again, it's connected deeply to the mission and motivation and foundation of the campaign to hopefully help people answer the question of why would I run for office, and move further and further down that experience to where you get to start answering some real nuts and bolts questions about a campaign. And that's where we're going to go next.